Hi and welcome to Jagee's Cookbook, your favorite cook show. And this time I thought of showing you something very different, something to do with our aubergine. Now, there are a lot of people who call it different names. You can call it the aubergine, the eggplant, you can call it the brinjal, and there are a lot of varieties of this stuff. This is a totally very good vegetable, and it belongs to the potato, tomato, the nightshade family. And most of it, it contains a whole lot of copper, magnesium, folate, potassium, a lot of fiber too. Now, these have phenols and flavonoids, which actually attack the bad viruses and bacteria, and it stops or protects the actual cells of the body, so it works against cancer. So it's actually a very good vegetable. Now this time I thought of showing you a very different sort of side dish. Okay, this can be eaten along with your rice, or it can be eaten along with chapati or whatever, but it's it's a hot and cold mixture of things. Very simple, and it can be whipped up within seconds. So now what we do first is, now obviously we need an aubergine, okay, and I'm going to cut this first. Now if you think that your aubergine is bitter, okay, or to take a precaution, you can actually sprinkle some salt and leave it for around 20 to 30 minutes. Then you can wash it out, so it takes away all the bitterness away. Otherwise, just go ahead. Now the small varieties, they are the ones which contain a whole lot of tannin and bitterness. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to first cut this into pieces. Now you can actually cut it into any size pieces. Okay, before that actually, let me deal with the things to saute. Okay, now first what we're going to do here is I'm going to actually make a spice mixture and put it in our yogurt, okay, and then fry the actual or saute and cook the actual eggplant, and then put it in our yogurt, this one. So it's a kind of very interesting type of a dish. And the Arabs, okay, they have a different type of, some similar type of dish, and I think it came from the Arabs. The Indians took the idea from the Arabs, put more spices, Indian spices. Arabs don't put so much spices, but you can vary the spices according to what you like. Now, first of all, let's actually start our induction cooker. Now we all know about the cooking gas problem, so I'm just being safe about this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to saute some things. Okay, now before that I need to, what I have to do is peel this. Very simple. Okay, and always remember yogurt and garlic is a really very wonderful combination. Yogurt and garlic, it's a really lovely combination. And the thing here is we're going to saute this. Okay, so I just want to roughly chop this. Okay, that's more than enough. Just roughly chop it. 2 cloves of big garlic. Now, if it's not big enough, take 4. Okay, so you need around 2 tablespoons, more or less. Now, you need a bit of sunflower oil, just a bit. Okay, and then once this is heated, we need mustard seeds. Okay, now it's the mustard seeds which actually add the flavor. to this particular dish. Okay? Now once the oil is hot in the oven, we add around half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, okay? And then we add 1 teaspoon, around, well, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, okay? And let that saute well. And then once it's crackling, what we do is add the garlic and saute this. Lovely smell. Okay, now this has to be well, sort of light brown. Shouldn't burn. Okay, a light brown. Meanwhile, keep an eye on this. Meanwhile, we need to whisk our actual yogurt. So I need my whisk. Now you can put a little bit of sugar in this. Okay, this is well around 1.5 cup. Okay, we'll put a little bit of salt, just a bit, and just leave that there. Now this is done. Okay, all we have to do is we have to take this out. Okay. Just keep this out. We need this oil again to saute our actual eggplant. Okay. Now, once this is done, now you'll have to excuse the sounds because it's coming from my induction stove. It's making a whole lot of racket. Now, obviously, we all know about the cooking gas problem, so you'll have to bear with it till everything's sorted out. Okay. Now, once that's done, we'll have to add a little bit of sugar. Okay, a little bit. Just a bit, just to bring all the flavors together, because it has a little bit of spiciness and salt, sourness, everything. So just a bit of sugar. Now you can notice the vanilla pods I have put in. It's a little bit of vanilla sugar. Just a bit, not too much. Okay, put this back. And give it a mix. Okay, and just keep it there. Okay, now, in this, now we need to actually saute the eggplant, okay, or the aubergine. Don't need this. Just keep this out of the way. Okay. We need a chili, and we need, well, a medium eggplant, or an aubergine, or a brinjal, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, if you're not very sure about the eggplant, it's a good idea to actually sprinkle some salt. Chop it, sprinkle some salt, leave it for 20 minutes, and then you can wash it out, and all the bitterness and everything will be, taken out. And the thing is that once you put it in the saute pan, you have to, once you put it in the oil, you have to be very careful that you dry the eggplant. Otherwise, what will happen, it will splutter all over the place and you'll be left with a whole lot of mess to clean up with. Okay, so here. Now you can chop this into any piece, any shape pieces you want, okay? It's all according to you. Okay, so once that's done, okay, now that's done there. So now this is kind of a big eggplant, okay? So I'm just going to take half of it, just half of it, and then I'm going to cut my chili Okay, now once that's done, all we have to do is saute it in the same oil. So if you need a little bit more oil, you can add by all means. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more oil, not too much, just a bit more. Once that's heated up, all we have to do is just put everything together. Lovely. And this has to actually cook. Now, season it according to what you like. Like I've put a little bit of salt, okay, and let it become like golden. Don't let it blacken, and don't let it, become deep brown or anything. All it needs is a light bronze color. Has to be cooked though, okay. Now, I think this is more or less enough, okay. Otherwise, the bitterness will come out and will give a very very rancid flavor. So I'm just going to switch this off. Now, next, all I have to do is I need some cilantro. That's just for the garnishing. But this is more or less done. Okay, the cooking part is done. We have actually, we need some thick yogurt. Okay, very, very thick, good yogurt. So you need a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar. That is to balance things. Okay, we add everything in cooking. Once you know the sort of balance in ingredients, you'll understand how the science of cooking is. Otherwise, when everything is balanced, okay, that is when the taste of the dish really springs into action and you really love it. Now, so we've got our sauteed garlic, cumin and mustard seeds. We've got our sauteed aubergine. We've got our yogurt sauce done. All we need to do is chop up our cilantro. Let me see if we can see. Yeah, I found my mezzaluna. Okay, and all I do is chop it up. Actually, chop it up here. Chop it up into little pieces. Now, if you do not like cilantro, you can actually add curry leaves, okay, or mint. Everything goes well with this actual dish. It's very, 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 very versatile and very tasty. It's very good for the summer. Actually cools you off a lot. So, beautiful cilantro smell. Everything's finished. All we do is we actually, we put it in our serving dish. Let me get my dish done. Okay, let me just try the yogurt sauce first. Whether it has, let me just try the yogurt sauce first. Whether it has enough salt and everything. That's perfect. No more. If you want, you can add a little bit of salt. You can actually add chaat masala. Okay, if you want that sort of North Indian sort of taste, you can add a little bit of kala namak, that is black salt, or you can add just a bit. Or you can add chaat masala. It all depends upon what you really want. Now, all you do is pour this lovely yogurt sauce, perfect for summer, into the serving dish. And to make it beautiful, what I do is, instead of mixing the whole thing together, what I do is just sprinkle all these things on, okay? And when the people actually take it to eat it, you can actually mix, or you can scoop it together. Okay. So add everything. Should I put it here because it's hot? Okay, now what I do is sprinkle everything on. Just look at it, so beautiful. And then we sprinkle the garlic, mustard and cumin seeds on top. Now I have kept a little bit for garnishing, if you noticed. So give a little mix, just a bit, and then add the rest. Lovely. The smell is beautiful. You know that the hit of the mustard and the garlic and the cumin is lovely. Perfect Indian dish for Indian summer. Okay. It's very, well, it's kind of very rare I show Indian dishes. Usually I show foreign dishes, but this is a beautiful one. It's actually an Arab dish which has been brought out here. Oh, so beautiful. Just look at this. Now, this is done. This summer, which is really atrocious nowadays, this is perfect. This cool yogurt dish, hot, spicy, cool yogurt dish is perfect for this summer. You can eat it with rice, chapati, fried rice, anything. You can actually eat it just like a salad. Wonderful. So cool yourselves off with this wonderful salad or side dish, whatever you